I know this will sound weird, but this video will piss people off. Not just a small group of folks, but almost everyone. And it would not surprise me, no exaggeration, it would not surprise me if I get canceled, if I go from 20,000 subscribers to 0 that quick. It would not shock me, because knowing what I'm about to say, people are going to be angry, upset, frustrated, probably even disappointed in me. Now, a lot of you are probably going, well, if you know that's going to happen, or it's a possibility, why do the video? Well, 2 reasons. The first reason is the most obvious. I'm sick and tired of the lack of common sense, tired of ignorance and stupidity. And number 2, it has to be done. Because at some point, somebody, no matter how much they're going to get bashed, canceled, yelled and screamed at, called names, somebody has to stand up and say the truth that no one wants to hear. The truth that both the overly negative of the world and the overly positive of the world don't want you to know, because it will cost them revenue. It will cost them money. It will cost them clicks, views, and attention. So it's like, it's worth the risk. Now, where did this come from? Why did I decide to do this? Well, it actually has nothing to do with the RV industry. What started this, what actually started me down the path of doing this video, had to do with OnlyFans. And a podcast I watched where a person that's not famous, does not have a big YouTube channel, kind of medium-sized, and they were going over statistics about OnlyFans, the content creators and the subscribers and viewers. And spoiler alert, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but spoiler alert, it just disproved every single red pill content creator. It disproved every feminist, anti-man, anti-this podcast or show. It just went to prove that both sides of that argument are full of shit. The statistics, the numbers, and the math don't lie. So for you overly negative people out there about the RV industry, I'm going to open up the door here because it's getting hot. For you overly negative people in the RV industry that feel like everything's a pile of junk, everything ever built, junk, it's all junk. Go check out Liz Amazing's channel. She tells it how it is. No, Liz Amazing does not tell it how it is. Okay? Nothing personal against Liz Amazing, but she is a fabulous retention editing YouTuber. What does that mean? It means she tells a partial story, like a lot of YouTubers, Mr. Beast included. It's not a bad thing. It's just the way you make money on YouTube. It's the way you make $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month on YouTube. For guys like Mr. Beast, it's how you make $9, $10, $15 million a month on YouTube. It's called making sure somebody feels an emotion, whether it's overly negative or overly positive. So they comment, they click the like button, they get mad, so they keep wanting to watch your video, or they're overly happy, so they keep wanting to watch your videos. It's called retention editing. Okay, now, I don't want Liz Amazing to go away, okay? I really don't. People think I do, and I don't, because she's one of the few watchdogs in the RV industry. And even though I know what she's about, and even though it's easy to prove what she's about, she's still one of the few watchdogs in the RV industry, and we need them. We need people like her to help hold manufacturers accountable. But just because she does a few videos a month where people have catastrophic problems doesn't mean every single RV built by Brinkley or Grand Design or Forest River or Genesis Supreme or Nexus or Winnebago or Thor are piles of junk. But see, we as an industry, we shoot ourselves in the foot. We do. We shoot ourselves in the foot all the time because we either want to be John Cena or we want to pretend there's fucking nothing wrong. I'm sorry. It's the way it is. We want to throw guys like Josh the RV Nerd up on a YouTube TV to basically make it out to be like nothing ever goes wrong. Even though Josh has never said that in his entire life and his entire YouTube career, the way his channel has evolved, the way all the corporate RV dealership YouTubers channels have evolved, it makes it out as if we're sleazy, slimy people. Because we pretend like everything's perfect. Even though folks like Josh, folks like Matt have never said that, have never even pretended to say that. But when you get into a corporate setting and you have partnerships like Blue Compass with Alliance RV, a lot of like Happy Days in Northern California with Grand Design, you don't want to piss off your factory partner by exposing a problem. So it's that fine line that nobody wants to cross or talk about because they're all scared. So it makes it, so again, we shoot ourselves in the foot about this. Okay. It's not like the factories don't do something that causes this issue, because everybody's got catastrophic problems. I'm sorry, GMC, Cadillac, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Chevy, Ford, Toyota, Kia, Lexus, everybody in the world that builds a piece of machinery ends up with catastrophic problems. What makes up the internet and social media ad revenue paid out is emotional bias against certain things. And that goes for TVs, DVD players, cars, solar panels, oil, gasoline, diesel, electric vehicles, hybrids. It goes for every single thing. Technicians of anything from appliances to RVs to cars have a bias because they work on the same units all the time. If you are a Ford F-150 service technician and all you run into and work on for 40 hours a week is a stupid sensor that shuts down the engine, and you work on 300 of those trucks a year, you're going to tell everybody that a Ford F-150 is a piece of shit. Don't buy one. My dad, and I've said this before in other videos, my dad had a bias against Japanese-made cars. Oh, they're the biggest piles of crap. Buy American. Well, if you go look at all the Japanese cars that my dad worked on, they were the ones that had the most catastrophic problems. Did it mean every Toyota Tercel or Toyota Camry ever got built or sold as a pile of crap? No. So we need to stop this bullshit. We really do. We need to stop this crap about everything's a pile of junk or everything's overly perfect. Let's face facts about RVs. RVs will never be perfectly built. RVs, as we keep asking manufacturers like Brinkley, and I'm going to pick on Brinkley, if we keep on asking Brinkley to keep getting better. Put more solar, put more batteries, I want lithium battery package that runs the AC without a generator. And I want it light enough for my F-250 to pull. And I'm willing to spend 150 grand for that fifth wheel. You think that they can make it perfect every single time? Do you not think that they don't have to cut corners to keep the weight down? You folks have an imagination that's so outrageous with what anything's supposed to be. A house. You want affordable, but you want quality, but you can't afford what it would take to build perfection. And even when they build perfection, like the living vehicle out of Santa Barbara, California, $500,000, $600,000 builds, they still have problems because they're earthquakes on wheels and they have moving parts, and moving parts are always going to break down. Even the wagon and horse broke down. Even the steam railroad, a steam engine, a coal engine that ran trains, broke down. Even steam boats, even stuff mechanically built, including weapons and mills and saws, break down. So to imagine that you're going to pay for something once, never maintain it, never actually work on it, and never take care of it, and it'll last you forever, I will smoke what you're smoking. Until next time, if there is a next time, RV and sense of humor.